Attorney General Barr is now in possession of Giuliani's Doomsday files on Ukraine and much more. Hello and welcome to TST. If you are new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. After all these years, it certainly does appear that we are now finally cooking with gas. I have to admit that I have been getting a little skeptical when it comes to the notion that anyone is ever going to be held accountable for the crimes that we are 99% sure were committed during the previous administrations. I went from being very worried when I saw this report from Paul Sperry. Breaking. Carter Page revealed on John Solomon's Reports podcast that Special Spygate prosecutor John Durham's team has not contacted him for an interview or asked him for any documents or records. Even the Durham is believed to be investigating FBI officials who illegally spied on Page. However, after seeing the Vindman boys hauled out of the NSC, former Ambassador Solomon relieved of his duties and having learned about the 70 Obama holdover NSC guys being reassigned, my hope meter spiked. Now we're learning that Attorney General Barr is in possession of the evidence which Rudy Giuliani has been collecting over the last few years. To be clear, this appears to be the Ukraine evidence that Barr's team is not looking over. Let's hope that Barr is in fact the real deal and is not going to just bury all the evidence of improper business dealings and God knows what else that Rudy has likely turned over to him. If you believe Rudy, which after studying Ukraine and the rabbit hole that appears to be the abuse of US foreign aid, money laundering and pay for access deals, I have to think Rudy has some juicy giblets. Remember Rudy's past tweets? I discovered a pattern of corruption that the Washington press covered up for years. I'm also going to bring out massive pay-for-pay scheme under the Obama administration that will devastate the Democrats' party. Do you honestly think I'm intimidated? So, if Rudy is accurate, it looks like we may be, God willing, about to see the largest, most impactful RICO investigation in the history of the USG ensue. Giuliani tweeted, "Truth alert. The statement I've made several times of having an insurance policy if thrown under bus is sarcastic and relates to the files in my safe about the Biden family's 4-decade monetizing of his office. If I disappear, it will appear immediately along with my RICO chart." It also appears that this is not the only treasure trove of incriminating documents that Rudy is in possession of. Take a watch.
We need to point out that Yuri Lutsenko, who was the prosecutor who was appointed after Shokin was fired, resurrected, reanimated the case and found that Hunter Biden was in fact paid millions of dollars. But Lutsenko said that the board of Burisma was able to pay a board member whatever they wanted, and he didn't see anything wrong with that.
Distorted.
I'm just pointing out a fact.
If you did any work, you'd find out Lutsenko is the prosecutor that Biden put in. There's a newspaper article in which Biden approves Lutsenko when he's appointed. Doesn't that strike you as odd that the vice president approve a particular prosecutor? Do you ever bother to look? Let me finish.
One other point we need to make here.
No, I won't answer another question unless you finish. It's really unfair. These are very important things that have been covered up for years to protect Slimy Joe. The reality is that there are 3 other prosecutors where all you have to do is go online. 3 others that say that this was done precisely to get rid of Biden, to cover up Hunter, and to cover up Soros. I'll give you their names. One is Kuliak, Konstantin Kuliak. The other is Shokin himself, and the third one is a prosecutor by the name of Nazdir. They're present officials. 3 of them were officials. One is still an official of the Ukrainian government. If you bother to look, you can listen to them on tape telling you that. Now, they may all be lying, but Lutsenko may be lying also, but it's 3-1.
One more point we're going to make.
Lutsenko is Biden's chosen prosecutor.
Okay, you've made your point. One more point we need to make.
You will also find out there is a great deal of suspicion.
Yep. Joe.
Barr said the Justice Department has the obligation to have an open door to anybody who wishes to provide us information that they think is relevant, Barr told reporters. But as I did say to Senator Lindsey Graham, We have to be very careful with respect to any information coming from Ukraine. We can't take anything we receive from Ukraine at face value. For that reason, we had established an intake process in the field so that any information coming in about Ukraine could be carefully scrutinized by the department. And you know, that is true for all information that comes to the department related to Ukraine, including anything Mr. Giuliani might provide. The Gateway pundit reported, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani on Sunday said there are 3 witnesses who are ready to name names in an investigation into Hunter Biden and corruption in Ukraine, where the former vice president's son once held a lucrative job on the board of national energy company Burisma. In an interview with Jesse Waters on Fox News' Waters World, Giuliani said he's found the smoking gun. "We've got the documents, Lindsay," Giuliani declared. "This is a money laundering transaction. It's about $14.6 million. It's a notice from the Latvian government to the Ukrainian government that Hunter Biden is under investigation for corruption." At least now, we will know where AG Barr stands when this all shakes out. Will he live up to the hype he has generated for himself with the bold public statements he made, or will he end up being another do-nothing Lindsey Graham? Only time will tell. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, and haven't you checked out the official TST store yet? It has a variety of Patriot-themed custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, phone cases, and tons more. Make sure to take a look. Maybe help us out picking some products for yourself and your loved ones at great prices. It does make a huge difference to what we're doing here. Link in the description below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below. Share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. This is David Ravine, and I'll catch you in the next one.